Good morning. Good morning. I was going to say buonasera. There's David. Good morning. I don't know why I put the start date at 8:30. That was a mistake. Whoopsies. That was a mistake. It starts now. Panow. Panow, 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 panow. So are you all here or did you jet? Were you like, oh, it says 8:30. I'm out. Karen, buongiorno. Allison, bonjour, bonjour. Lily, you're here. Yes, no, that was my mistake. It starts now. Bettina, Elaine. Okay. Where are we in the world? Well, someone's picking up Anchor. Oh, should we do the little microphone? If I do it after, honey, does it automatically connect or will it mess up the... Okay, we're going to try it. We've been doing that microphone. It's been working really well. And although there's no wind, if it helps with the audio, let's see. Oh, oh, oh. Come on, everybody. We're going to do aerobics. We're going to do ACIM aerobics. Ready? And out. Okay, just kidding. Can you hear me? Good morning, Joe. Good morning. I have a new routine, which is why I'm a little pumped up. I've been doing a morning routine of deep squats and plies. Did anyone here used to take ballet? Oh, anyone used to take ballet? Holy. Ballet is a world of its own. Ballet is a world of its own. Yes, Allison did ballet. I loved ballet. I didn't do it at the professional level, which I kind of always dreamed about when I was a little girl, but I loved ballet. Loved it. Took it since I was a really little girl. And I brought plies back into my life. Like, not that long ago. Like, listen, like a week ago, okay? Like a week ago. But honestly, I can already feel them. Deep plies. And then with the, okay, should we do it together? All right, we're going to do it together. Who knows? This isn't really like this kind of thing. This plie, then the toes up, then out and down. And plie and toes up and out. David's literally cracking. David's in the background like, oh my God, who did I marry? Oh my God, she's a crazy. Good morning. This is the new routine. Who knows where we're going to go? Who knows what's going to happen and where we're going to go inside of ACIM. Elegant Femme's Guide to A Course in Miracles. If you are brand new, holy wow, what an intro. Are you still here? Is there anyone I didn't have an opportunity to say hello to yet? Joe, good morning. All right, so we are anchored outside of Pylos. It's either Pilos or Pylos. It actually kind of goes back and forth depending on where you look it up. It is this beautiful anchorage. We actually headed north from where we were yesterday, even though we're going south. So this happens, right? You do little detours in your life. We talk about this in the unconventional path. It's like, I'm going this way. Right? This is very clear. We're going south. So why are we backtracking north? We wanted to see this gorgeous town. We didn't see it on our way in. And the weather was supporting it. Currently, there was supposed to be 16 knot winds. It is glass. You see this out there? Glass. And this anchorage is like green. Here, I'm going to turn around the camera. Look at this. Oh, can you see all that green? Oh, it's so beautiful. So we went into town last night and there were, I don't know, thousands of people gathered around a town square. So I've done a little research on Pylos. In fact, there was an Olympic gold medalist. Ooh, don't ask me which one or what year. I don't remember. But he lived here. So there's a house dedicated to him. He won, I think, 2 Olympic gold medals. So that's something kind of cool on the island. And there's a huge, beautiful castle. We're going to go. Huh? Mainland. Same. Dave's like, we're on the mainland. Looks like an island anyways. Who cares? I thought he was going to say, why are you giving a history lesson on ACIM? But in fact, he was trying to be even more of a congruency expert. It's not an island. It's on the mainland. He's right. It's on the mainland. But there are so many beautiful places on the mainland in Greece that I think people and even us would typically think, oh, we're going to skip it. It's not an island. It's on the mainland. And they are absolutely stunning. So hats off to the mainland, Greece, everybody. There was something else I was going to share about this gorgeous space, but I got interrupted to be told it was a mainland and not an island. So I don't remember what I was saying. But anyway, the town is centered around this beautiful square where all the shops are around it. And there were literally hundreds and hundreds of people. We got into town at like 9 o'clock, 8:30 maybe last night. Hundreds of people gathered around the chair in tables, having souvlaki, kids riding on their scooters. And this is something we actually see a lot in Europe. It might exist in the States. I'm sure it does in places. But really, from a cultural perspective, this is something you see a lot in Europe, where there's a town square, the parents are eating and enjoying, and the kids are just playing, really gathered around the scooters and soccer, and really, really beautiful. So we're going to go back into town today with the daylight and check it out. It's absolutely beautiful here. Look at all of you who did ballet. Elaine did ballet. Stacy, bonjour. Stephanie, bonjour. Are we ready for lesson 220 today? I thought of something this morning. So, we've been moving through this for quite some time. Yes, I'm going to have a little coffee moment, or 6-pack coffee moment. We've been moving through ACIM for quite some time. And I've been kind of really clear inside myself, like, no need to talk about the end of ACIM. There really isn't any need. I don't have a specific end date. It's just going to be complete when it's complete, right? There's no race against the clock. There's no, we need to finish it by this time. If something needs to change and the schedule changes, or like, it's all open. Like, I'm devoted to moving through all 365 lessons with myself and with you. Right? That's the devotion. That's the devotion. That being said, what I thought about this morning was just an invitation to consider a mini Femme vision for yourself on what it is like for you at the end. So to imagine in your mind's eye that we are coming together, who knows when, who knows where we'll be in the world, right? Trusting that. But imagine it's lesson 365. Imagine that morning. Imagine that day. Imagine the feelings. And imagine where you are inside of yourself. Gift yourself permission, not because we're trying to rush or race or attach, but gifting yourself permission to see yourself in that space. What is it that you want to remember and know about yourself when we open lesson 365? I'm going to invite you today to write down, if it calls you, if it speaks to you, a mini Femme vision. It's the morning. Happy today. We don't know. Maybe it's a Frenchy Friday. Maybe it's a happy today. We don't know when. We don't know where in the world. Somewhere perfect in the world on the perfect day. And we're opening lesson 365. And we take a moment together. And you close your eyes. Who do you know you are? What have you remembered? What does your life look like? What have you allowed yourself to co-create? Because here's the thing about this level of frequency and energy. It compounds. So the part of you that's like, oh, wow, we're on lesson 220. Man, I thought I'd be a multimillionaire by now. I picked up this book because it's a freaking Course in Miracles. I was asking for miracles in lesson 220. I don't know. We're all miracles. Maybe you feel that way. Maybe a part of you feels that way. Maybe not. Maybe you're like, no, that's the best thing. And you might feel both at different times, right? to remember that this is compounding inside of you. And it only takes a holy instant for you to step into a parallel world. A holy instant. That's it. That's it. So if you gift yourself permission, similar to what we were talking about yesterday, to I have it, I have it, I have it, right? Remembering something that you always wanted, that you already have in your life, that frequency, that energy of I have it, I have it, I have it. Not greed, not consumption, not fear of wanting more. I have it. And then naturally extend to, and what else? What else? Where else do I want that desire, frequency, and energy to flow? See the thing, be in the energy and frequency of I have it, and know you're attracting the thing. I have it, I have it, I have it. It's here, it's here, it's here. Playing with what we opened up yesterday, extending that into lesson 365. Who are you? Is there anything you want to drop in the chat? Who are you on lesson 365? You will always be. You're like, I'm a body. I am free. I am as God created me. That's who I am on lesson 365, which is true, which is completely true. And is there anything else you want to claim? Anything else at all? Drop it in the chat if you're feeling courageous. I remember, I'm experiencing, I have. It's the morning of lesson 365 and I am. Where are you? How are you? Inside of yourself. Good morning, Stella. Good morning, Julia. Good morning, Nikki. Good morning, beauties. All right, lesson 220. So how gorgeous is this? Because today is a special day. Today marks the end of our review of I am not a body, I am free, I am as God created me. Wow, what a ride it's been. And this is a huge principle, huge foundational principle inside of ACIM, something that will reverberate and echo throughout you and throughout time. I am not a body, I am free, I am as God created me. And then watching inside of yourself how you are choosing to witness that, how you are choosing to remember that inside of your life, inside of your days. So lesson 220. I am not a body, I am free, for I am still as God created me. Lesson 220, the final review. There is no peace except the peace of God. There is no peace except the peace of God. Let me not wander from the way of peace, for I am lost on other roads than this. But let me follow, now the Course says, let me follow him who leads me home. If you're brand new and this is the first time you've heard me say this, I would be surprised, but just in case, always follow your inner knowing. I personally feel congruent with changing out the him, the he, the son verbiage to something that feels more in union, more intimate, more of a oneness instead of an outsideness or a gender related conversation. So for me, let me not wander from the way of peace, for I am lost on other roads than this, but let me follow God. Let me follow life. I love to swap out God for life, creation, love. Like it's same. So just look for the intimacy and congruency inside of you. When you read a lesson, and if anything feels distant, if anything feels like you feel yourself contract a little bit, you feel yourself go into like over intellectualizing of what does this mean, and something feels like just try. See if swapping out a word with life, love, wholeness, light, life, love, wholeness, light, remembering, just see how it might serve you. Let me not wander from the way of peace, for I am lost on other roads than this, but let me follow life. Let me follow creation. Let me follow creation who leads me home, and peace is certain as the love of God. That to me is beautiful. For me, infusing creation inside of this feels like, ah. So if you remember this lesson, lesson 200, it spoke about that this is all we seek, right? That's all what we desire is the peace of God. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. And we know this to be true. And the Course is looking at the prioritization of as we move through the world, what are we seeking? What are we seeking? Now, what I talked about then, and I'd like to reference again now from an elegant femme perspective is that I think it's easy or understandable when you read something like this to be like, okay, I'm only seeking the peace of God. That means I can't have any desires, or that my desires don't matter, and the handbag doesn't matter, and the this doesn't matter, and who even cares what I do with my life, and who even cares what career I have? It just doesn't matter. I'm seeking the peace of God, and that's it. In a sense, those things are true. However, what we believe inside of Elegant Femme is that our desires are the impetus to our spiritual evolution. So what I speak about is that it's not that those things matter more, and it's not that those things are a priority over the peace of God. However, when we allow ourselves to know that we are in the mind of God, when we allow ourselves to know that peace is ours, that love is ours, that is the truth, that is the remembering, and we come from that foundation, then we feel an expansion of this natural organic growth of life inside of us, these natural desires that spill over and say, ooh, oh my God, that's speaking to me. Oh my gosh, like I want that. Like I'm being called over here. I'm being called over here. And these desires become a natural way with which we remember the peace of God. Now, the ego's like, Tara, do not tell me I need a Celine handbag to remember the peace of God. That is not what I'm saying. That is not what I'm saying. And if that's something you truly desire, and you look at all the unravelings, the piece of you that says, I can't afford it. I can't afford it. The piece of you that says that's selfish. The piece of you that says, what are people going to think of me? The piece of you that says, oh my gosh, I'm a horrible materialistic person if I really want that. What happens when you unravel all of that? You're remembering. You're remembering. You're allowing the desire to support you in a deeper level of evolution and truth. Now, this is a very different way of conscious living and exploring and desire birthing than blindly and unconsciously like, I need this, and I need this, and I need this, and I need this, and just trying to stuff a feeling inside, right? We know the difference. We know the difference. And it's very important, I believe, that we learn to trust ourselves with this difference. Because this has happened to me, and maybe it's happened to you as well, because we've been afraid of going into I just need this, I need this, and we're afraid of being seen that way. We're afraid of going that way. We're afraid of being seen as materialistic or evil or unloving or not spiritual or not good, that we go to the extreme. We block desire energy. We say, I don't need it. I don't need it. I don't need it. I don't even know what I want. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. And we go to the extreme and we block off the desire energy, not because we're really in a space of wholeness, but because we don't trust ourselves with the desire energy. Okay, so this is a really powerful conversation to have, I believe, inside of yourself. And always the truth. There is no peace except the peace of God. Yes? How are we feeling about this? I've definitely been feeling compounding effects right since the start, creating such a strong, powerful spiritual foundation. You know what? It would have been cool, and let's follow this thread. Elisa, it would have been cool maybe if we had done a little video, like a private video to ourselves on day one, right? But that being said, you can do that now. You can choose to do a video of yourself now and just pour in, not for anybody else, but for yourself. Like it's lesson 220 today, or whatever lesson you're on. Like if you're following along with us, but you're joining lives and you're like, look, I'm on lesson 2, like great, wherever you are is great. Wherever you are is great. There's no catching up, there's no behind, there's none of that. We don't exist in that realm, right? It might be really beautiful for today for you to just take a minute and turn on your video camera or write in your journal, like today's lesson 220, this is what I'm aware of. This is what I'm feeling. The reason I think video is cool is because I've seen this in myself. We start to kind of look different and speak different. And there's an energy and a frequency and a radiance that exudes from us as we remember. So you listen to your inner knowing. Like if all of your faux types come up and you're like, oh my gosh, but I'm worried about this, then you follow your inner knowing. And if you're new to Elegant Femme and you don't know what I mean by faux types, I'm talking about the immature femme types. These are the femme types are the indie, the Frenchie, and the New Yorker. This is a lifestyle that I created. Lifestyle even sounds light. It's a way of living, which I guess is lifestyle, right? That I created for myself over 20 years ago to support myself in healing after my firstborn son passed away in my arms. And from there, allowing that integration, that choice of life, that choice to who am I? Why am I here? What am I going to choose to enjoy? How am I going to choose to live? Spiraled and compounded, since we're using that word today, into supporting me in my desire after desire after desire after desire, and is still going and is still growing. Like the femme types are timeless. Doesn't matter how many times we have connected with our femme types, there's an unlimited resource available to see through that lens of wholeness of who am I being, what am I enjoying, and what am I allowing in my life, and allowing that continued up level of expansion. So that's what the femme types support with. And the faux types are the immature femme types that are actually based in fear and protection. So that's just a really quick cliff notes on the femme types. And if you want to learn more about the femme types, then you can go to elegantfemme.com. You can go to elegantfemme.com/edge, which is our free meditation series, which women are loving. I looked, we have almost 500 women in there at this point, which is really, really beautiful because I think we've publicly promoted it like twice. So my intention is that there are thousands and thousands and thousands of women in there where women can come to rest and to receive and to drop the performance hat, drop the proving hat, drop the comparison hat, and just be in a space of expansion and joy and power and deep desire energy. So if that speaks to you and you haven't had an opportunity to go into the Edge meditation series, I really encourage you to do that. Women are loving them. Enjoying the peace inside, being okay to feel good. Yes, 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 yes. I love that, Stephanie. You wanted to say for sure, and it came out dough. Do you know my messages to people? How my autocorrect, the things that come out, like everyone that knows me has to decipher whatever I type. My kids, my husband, my clients. In fact, there was an ongoing joke. We had a really beautiful, I do scavenger hunts for my boys, and I handwrite their notes. And part of the ongoing joke every year is like, can we decipher mom's handwriting? And so I did a scavenger hunt, a beautiful soul of beauty treasure hunt. It's actually with 3 of my clients. They were in Les Roses. I don't know if any of them are here. I don't think any of them are here. And we did this stunning treasure hunt in Paris. They got picked up by a chauffeur. They got taken to special activation points. So it was stunning. But I gave them notes, like little cards, and the driver, the chauffeur had one, the boulangerie had one. Like these are the things I love to do at this high level, like containers and frequency with me, these kinds of things. But one of the funniest things, they sent me a video like halfway through because they were on their own, like together as a group doing this. And I was witnessing and like surprising them at certain points. It was really, really fun. It was like amazingly fun. They sent me a video and they're all trying to decipher, like, what is she saying? And they thought it was the best thing. They thought it was so hysterical. So last Christmas, I was like, oh, I typed out the notes for the scavenger hunt, and my boys were so upset. Why did you? I said, well, you always complain about my handwriting. You're always, Mom, that's the fun part of it. We like that. Don't type it out. Write it. The part of the fun is trying to figure out what the hell you're trying to say. So, side note, really, really fun. Just trust yourself. Trust yourself in all of it. Trust yourself in the joy and the play and the natural expression of who you are. Right? That's why I do typos all the time. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. And my writing, I thought my writing was beautiful cursive, but hey, they love it. They love that they can't read it. It's part of the joy. It's part of the fun. So today, let's leave with a few things. A celebration of lesson 220, the final review of I am not a body, I am free, I am and always will be the way that God created me. Remembering that, integrating that, living that way, feeling the freedom, the unlimited expression. You are not limited or bound by space and time. You are not limited and bound by what your eyes see. You are free. How are you utilizing that co-creative power inside of you? What are you dreaming about? What is your internal dialogue saying? What are you really choosing to see above and beyond your body's eyes? Because that is not the truth. You dictate the truth. You're writing the script. You have a blank canvas. What are you painting? Be in that energy. And lesson 365, can you imagine the day? Where are you inside of yourself? How are you feeling? What are you remembering? Consider a video or a little journaling or something for today that reminds you of that truth. And always, always, always riding on the energy of unlimited desires with your femme types, your indie, your Frenchie, and your New Yorker. All right, beauties, I will be back tomorrow. It will be Frenchie Friday. We'll see what we have in store. For now, there's so much celebration and gratitude and love. I will see you back here tomorrow.